today about time. Man, we have no idea how much time we have in life. And, recently covering the passing of former Steely Dan guitarist Drew Zing drove that point home to me. Man, it's just incredible how fast life can go like that. And for all of us still here, man, we have to consider ourselves lucky. Man, you know what? We're not guaranteed anything in life. And if there's something you want to do, if you want to go see an artist, I kept putting off going to see Jeff Beck. And one day he was just gone. And I kept putting off getting a guitar lesson with Drew Zing. He's gone. And there's nothing you can do about it. The finality of death is a very real thing, man. And, we have to make the best of the time that we are allotted on this planet. It's very, very important. And I think this is a message that I can share with everybody today. And I think everybody will be in agreement. This is not a controversial topic. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If there's something you want to do in life, if there's something you want to accomplish, if you always wanted an SG, or if you always wanted to get a James Tyler guitar or something like that, man, make that thing happen. Make your dream happen. Spend time with your family. I'll do that. There'll be little moments in the day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go sit down. And rather than keep working and grinding all day, which is something I do a lot, I'm going to sit down and, have my breakfast with my daughter. And it's moments like that, just like I tell her each day, we'll sometimes go for a walk. And I'll say, look, we're very lucky that I'm able to be here and we get to go on this walk. And I try to instill in her each day, hey, what's important is that you're a good person. What's important is that you treat people right. These are the most valuable lessons you can learn in life. And, I'll tell her about time and I'll try to explain to her that her father is older and she's still trying to grasp the 80s and the 60s. I mean, you know what? People that watch this channel, a lot of us were born in the 60s, right? And that's a time period that she doesn't understand. Try to explain to her, well, she'll say, did you play Donkey Kong when you were a kid? And I said, no, they didn't have Donkey Kong. Well, why not? I said, it hadn't been invented yet. And I said, when I was your age, I couldn't just decide I wanted to watch a cartoon and type it into the thing and immediately watch it. So there were only 3 channels and sometimes there were no cartoons on. And this is a reality that, we grew up in, and people that watch this channel, not having a remote controlled TV, not having internet, not having video games. I remember the earliest video game being Pong. These are lessons I try to teach her. She's lucky that she's growing up now and she has all these options and everything. But, man, time is something that we don't have a lot of options. Try to make the best of the time that we have here. It's not something that, we can just ask for more time. It's a very real thing. And every day we're all reminded more and more of the value of it. Our friends are leaving and going on to the next realm. Some of us are our loved ones, our family members, and our heroes. Many of them are leaving this realm and going on to the great unknown, right? And here's the thing, man. It's very it's a thing that's very, shall we say, looming. It's looming in the distance. This time, this clock that's perpetually turning, this clock that's perpetually moving forward and moving us closer to our end on this planet. And you have to ask yourself each day, have I been a good person? Have I helped people? Have I done something good today? And I think that is why I spend so much time on this channel, because I've found that I'm helping people, talking through the aging process, talking through life, sharing experiences. And I love to hear everybody's comments, on there. If there's any old dads out there. Now, I had done a series on my channel called Old Dad and talked about being a guy that's later in life and had, been on stage and led, that crazy life of being a touring musician. And now just being a dad. I'm, once Bad Brad and now I'm Dad Brad. And every now and then I'll hear from somebody who has a similar experience, and I appreciate that. And I love to hear from all the musicians out there who chased dreams. We all chased a dream in life, and maybe now that we're older, we realize that it wasn't really about the destination. It was more about the journey in life. It was more about the experiences we shared. It was more about the friendships we made and lost. It was more about the experiences than any of the material things that we sought out. And yes, when we were poor musicians, we thought, man, if I only had this guitar, and if I only had the newest, latest thing, if I had the newest pedal, if I just had a Marshall stack, if I just had this, if I just had that. And when it all comes down to it, in the end, none of that stuff matters. Many of us, I heard a comment, I saw a comment on my page today of somebody that sold 80% of their guitars. And my video about tone, chasing tone, how watching that video helped them, because that's got to be a traumatic thing, seeing all of your stuff being gone, all the things that you accumulate, man, when you're, people say, well, how do you have so many guitars? Well, look, when you've been playing for 30 or 40 years, even if you've had to sell stuff to survive over the years, there's still going to be guitars and things that you hold on to. There's still going to be things that have sentimental value and maybe not very much monetary value. Some of the old guitars that I have, man, they're beat up, they're broken, they're relics of the past, but they don't have much value outside of the sentimental value that they have for me. And that's something that we come to realize as time draws near, as the end draws near, as we get closer to the end of our lives and we start to realize and ask the question, what was it all for? What was all of this for, man? Why did I do this? And we search for meanings. We search for answers in life. And there's many times where I'll wake up or I'll take a nap and I'm just thinking through everything, and memories come flooding back, from your past life. And you go, man, where did it all go? Where did it go wrong at times? Where did it go right at times? And you can't look back with regret anymore, and just hope that you learned from your mistakes, and hope that today you wake up and you're a better person, and hope that today that you've gained some wisdom from your past and you can try to right the wrongs of your past and try to be a better person. And that is what it is all about, man. That is what everything comes down to. Did you learn something? Did you help people? Did you try and do the right thing in life? And did you apologize when you made mistakes? I think those are the most important things that you can leave, and there's still time. There's still time left to make a difference in this world. There's still time left to do good by others. There's still time left to help people. And that's what I'm trying to do here every day. And I thank every single person that tunes into this channel. Man, I'm very, very lucky to have you tuned in. And I thank you all so much.